Hello there everyone and welcome to episode 5 of the Ashes Cricket Player Career Mode on the Ashes Cricket game on the Xbox One. And today, I've got a little bit of an apology for you before we start. Well, it wasn't necessarily my fault, but what I will just explain to you is that basically, unfortunately, you guys won't be seeing the third test. I did record the third test, but unfortunately the footage was really bad in terms of, I did line it up at the start and it was all lined up. However, when we got to about 5 minutes in, the footage jumped about 5 seconds, and after that I couldn't line up the commentary to where it was. Now, obviously, if we were out, and then I reacted to it 5 seconds later, it's not going to make a fun video for you folks. So I'll just do a little bit of a review of that third test, and then we'll get into the fourth test today. So as you can see clearly from the standings, as a spoiler, we are 2-1 down in the Ashes series, which means that Australia won the third test. I'm wondering if we can actually have a look at that. Yes, we can. It was obviously at the Wacker, the last test. And as you can see, there we go. Australia won by 4 wickets. Now, our first innings... Oh, apologies for that, folks. Our first innings was really bad. We got 2 in 2 balls. Basically, went for the reverse swing against Nathan Lyon. And as you can imagine, we went on our back foot, I think. No, sorry, our front foot. Our back foot wasn't in the crease, basically. And therefore, we were out stumped. So as you can see, Cook had a really good innings as well as Overton and Milan. But apart from that, everyone else did quite poorly. Linked to quite a lacklustre 229. Then Australia didn't have the best of innings, but still had a better lead of 100 after that. It was 347. Then we had a bit of a fight back. We were on strike with Bairstow, got a bit of a solid lead, I think it's fair to say, with Bairstow and ourselves on strike. As you can see, though, we were sort of, if you look at this, 8 for 141. So the big sort of, I think the big... What's it called? The big partnership came with Broad and Bairstow, as they didn't lose a wicket for 200 runs nearly. So credit to them. Broad getting 81, and Bairstow getting 150. But we got 44, but apart from that, the other players did quite weak. As you can see, really, our stint was quite short, but quite sweet, if you like. 44 scored off 28 balls. But unfortunately, that wasn't enough to save us against Australia. David Warner really saving Australia, because as you can see, Bancroft all the way down to Payne didn't have brilliant innings, and it was Warner's century that really saved Australia at the Wacker. Now, obviously, today we can lose the Ashes at the MCG, but hopefully we can make it 2-2 and take it down to a decider at the SCG to see who retains the Ashes. Now, we've moved to 89 overall. Don't really know what that's going to do for us, whether it's going to make any massive difference, but, you know, oh well. Yeah, we're going to stay with the uniform for the tests, etc, etc, and there we go, just play now. And as I say, folks, apologies about that. I really couldn't do much about it in the end, because... admittedly, I did record it on Wednesday night, the video that was meant to go out on Thursday, and apart from not really having the time to have a look at getting that 5 seconds of footage back, it was just a case of, I thought, well, you know, it wasn't the best of videos, I don't think, because basically all the tests was played in one episode, because as you can imagine, if we're out for 2 off 2 balls in the first innings, we weren't going to say, right, that's it then folks, you know, see you on Saturday for the second part, because that would probably reveal, if it was about a 5-minute video, that we probably didn't do very well, unless it was highlights, of course. But anyway, we're going to head into the 4th test today for episode 5. Thank you folks for your support so far on the series, and there's been a number of you, the likes of Sayraj commenting, we've had James Humphreys, Josh Mann, we've had a few other people, sorry if I can't remember your names, but you know that you're appreciated. If I replied to your comments, you know that you're appreciated, but just a few names there that have commented on the series, and it's really appreciating. I'm really appreciative, rather, of you guys commenting on the series. And is that the controller that's run out? It is, my controller's run out, so give me just a second, folks, and I'll just put some batteries back into this controller. Okay then, folks, apologies about that little break there, but we are back for the start of the 4th test. Obviously, the squads haven't been changed. It's a real shame, really, I think, with this... career mode, because really Joe Root in real life would have a say in the players that play, but it's been completely the same teams throughout the Ashes cricket test, so I guess supposedly that there's no outside factors in terms of player rotation or anything like that that change the aspects of the series. But it looks like it's going to be dry. It's a little bit overcast for this game. But as we said last episode, we said heads never fails and tails never fails. Well, you can't have it both ways. And tails never fails. We've won the toss once again. Wearing Dusty Hard Pitchery Light Cracks. Going to go for a bat this time. I think we need to build up a solid first innings lead, which we couldn't do last episode. We need to perform well. And I think last episode, well, not last episode, but you know what I mean. The last episode we recorded was really our downfall, because as soon as we were out for 2, I think that the innings was all over, if that makes any sense. Anyway, Josh Hazlewood's coming in to bowl the first ball, and we're not going to watch any of this. We're going to get straight to our innings. Actually, we've got to watch, pardon me, sorry, the first ball. Cook, nice hit, and it's down the line, actually. Very aggressive hit. And that could that be a boundary first ball? Bit of a poor camera angle though. Yeah, but it is. It is a 4 first ball. Very nice from Alistair Cook there. And hopefully, himself and Stoneman build up a nice partnership. But unfortunately not, because Stoneman's out for 4 and Vince is out for another 4. Exactly the same. And that is pretty poor. So we come in at 29 for 2. And I think it'll be appropriate today. We build up a good partnership with Alistair Cook. Here we go then, first ball. Oh, that's a nasty bouncer, you know. And that could well be treated as a wide. The fact that it's too high. There we go. It was wide and it was too high. So we get another chance to have that ball. Hazelwood, a really good start for him off. 2 over as well. The run rate's quite poor. But in terms of his start, we're just going to go for... We're going to go for 2 actually, because the field hasn't picked it up yet. So a nice... We're off the mark. That's the most important thing. A nice 2 there to start our innings off. Cook going really aggressively, unlike real life. 21 for 13. And after this test series, of course, we do head into a few ODIs, which in real life they're heading into now. And they've picked, I believe, who is it now? I think they've Liam Livingston's going to make his debut, who, if you watch Captain Goodspeed, you would have seen on his Cricket Captain 2017 series. And he seems a decent player. Obviously, Cricket Captain is not respected to real life, but, you know, that's really, to be fair, Cricket Captain, I'm not saying silly, it's really the only marker we can go off. Apart from, of course, their actual cricketing stats. But, be honest, I'm going to be honest, I don't really watch county cricket. And I've only just realised, you know, we're only 4 overs into this match. So, wow, that's a shock. Alistair Cook's going to have a few balls, 23 off 15, and we are back in for the next over against Mitchell Stark. 1 for 5. What a fantastic rate that is of runs and to wickets, of course. Comes in then, and that's a nice hit. That's just going to be 1 though, I think, so the fielder is going to get to that. We're not going to get too silly today. Really, what we need to do, because this is a defining test, we've got a lot of time. Obviously, we're only 5 overs in. If we need to, we will lengthen this out over 2 episodes. It doesn't mean, this innings rather. Doesn't mean that I'm trying to lengthen out the series in any way. I just think because these tests are quite pivotal, that we need to show a little bit more of the content in terms of the actual batting rather than just simulating all of it. Because what I have noticed, certainly in episode 4, I believe, when I was saying, you know, we're fighting a losing battle, that we showed a lot of the footage as simulated footage. Now, it's a bit tricky to show our footage of bowling because obviously we don't bowl as Joe Root. I know Sairaj said that we can't bowl as Joe Root, but he's a spinner and he just bowled the odd over in real life, so it would be nice to get the odd over, and that should be our first boundary of the innings, so it's quite a nice boundary, and that is 12 off the over, so we are scoring really, really well at the moment. A little bit unrealistic, I suppose you could say, but oh well. Cook gets 1 then off that ball, and we're facing against Hazelwood once again. I really hope this video comes out for you folks though, because I did kind of waste 20 minutes the other night, if that makes sense. Because obviously, you know, it does take a lot of time, YouTube does, you know, just to move on to another topic. I don't think a lot of people do, but there are some people that don't appreciate the amount of time that actually YouTube takes to record, edit, upload. Because it's not just all about sitting down for 20 minutes and recording it. It's at the end of the day 40 minutes to edit it, as in not actually edit it itself, but render the video into an acceptable format for YouTube. And that should be another 4, but we'll run anyway. And then finally upload it. I mean, some people have got brilliant upload speeds, but me, I mean, it takes me about 3 hours to upload these videos. Oh, it's not going to be a 4 actually, but if we sprint, we should get a 4. It's going to be quite risky, but we do get it. We do get 4 runs in the end. Not necessarily a boundary, but 4 runs overall. We've started very well though, 22 off 8 balls, and I don't know, I might move it to hardest, the batting difficulty for the last few tests. We're doing really well. And it just seems a little bit unrealistic to be batting this well. Batting this well. I think it's quite a long boundary at this pitch, though, at the MCG, because it seems that we're hitting 4s quite a bit at the moment. Here comes Hazelwood again. And we're just going to get exactly down the same line. So it's quick runs, but it's not very realistic, I'll admit that. But then again, it's a game, it's a video game, so... But then again, we are going to take any chance we get. There's a massive... gap where my sort of cursor is hovering, and we're just going to try and exploit that again. Not a brilliant shot there, because it's really off the top of the bat, so we're probably only going to get 3, but we will stay on strike for the next over. That's all that matters really, you know, because I want to keep cooking. I don't really want it to go down to Milan, because there's when you sort of get your, not your pure batters, I'd like to call them, and we are going to be back on strike. In 11 balls we've already got 30, but we don't want to play any stupid shots and get it really early unnecessarily. We've already got a 70 lead though, which isn't too bad. You know, 71 for 2 is not too shabby. That's a bit of a poor hit, which puts Cook back on strike straight. Oh no, it doesn't actually. That's a bit of a peculiar fielding move, actually. Certainly not using the long barrier, anyway, as we were taught to use back in the day. Oh, God, I sound like a right old man. I'm only 16, you know. 17 next month, by the way, folks. Scary times in my life. Really scary times. And that was a bit of a silly bowl, wasn't it? A silly ball. But, yeah, that was too high. But I've just finished my mock exams in real life. We are on Saturday. Well, the date's supposed to come out the 13th of January. I have finished my... Whoa! Okay. I have finished my mock exams now. That's ridiculous. How isn't that wide? And I'm going to be back to full 100% really in terms of YouTube. It's going to be quite a tricky one because I've set myself up to do quite a lot of recording in that I've actually introduced this series 3 times a week, of course, and then we're bringing the Hensford side back on Football Manager 2018. If you do follow that content, that's a bit of an update for you folks there. But you can also follow the biography on my channel to find out what's going on the channel. As it says in the biography itself, if there are going to be any changes to channel schedule, then that'll be just told in the next video, because I feel that probably the videos themselves are the biggest publiciser of news, because although some of you do follow me on Twitter, I can accept that you're not going to be looking at my YouTube, my Twitter page every minute. However, if you watch a series and you listen to it all, then logically you are going to sort, oh, we're not going to go for 2 there, definitely not. We're going to put ourselves back on strike there. That's a little bit of a worse over, but 7 off and over is still not too shabby, you know. But here comes Pat Cummins then. There's a lot of a gap on the left now, but it'd be quite a risk to go down the left. We couldn't find a gap between those 2 fielders, it seems. Good ball. And that's actually gone past us. That's a bit of a shock, you know. Just gone past us. 78 for 2, 8.1 overs in. This is like a one-day, you know, this is. And if we were on a one-dayer, this would actually be a really good score, because if you think about it, we'd be on for about 400, sorry. So, you know, for a one-day score, I think that's fairly good. And there we go. 50 runs from 26 balls partnership. Really brought up by me by scoring that 40. That was a wide though, that was classed as, hence why we got the 50 run partnership. And here comes, whoa, I'll tell you what, Cummins is bowling well, because he can't seem to hit anything that's coming towards us. He's got a bit of swing going on it, so we're going to go down the left side this time. You can bet your bottom dollar though that it's going to go to the right this time. It's going to go right to our leg side. But, you know, we can have a go. Oh no, it doesn't actually. That's a beautiful hit from Joe Root there. He tried to exploit our offside. He didn't think, I don't think, that we were going to do that. Oh, God. Run. Nice. That was lucky, because if that had been a direct hit, we would have been out. But we give Cook a little bit more time. He scores 2 runs from actually quite a long period. And here we go. Here comes Hazelwood for the last ball of the over. And we've gone down the wrong side anyway. He went down our right-hand side. So that's it then. Off 10 overs, we have scored 84 runs, and that is 8.4 in terms of the run rate. So we're going to skip 5 overs now. Fingers crossed we won't be out, for goodness sake. But we will stop at any wickets necessary. We'll stop after 5 overs. And we're out. Oh, for God's sake. I knew that would happen. I knew it would happen. We're out for 46 off 26 balls. I think it was actually the exact score we got last time. And we've left our squad a little bit in the lurch. I don't know why I bother simulating. I knew it was going to happen as soon as we started simulating. Oh well, we've still got Alistair cooking at the moment. But what we will do now is just simulate, I guess. Until we say, well, we'll just stop at every wicket, basically. And this partnership's going really well. Wow, fantastic partnership there between Cook and Milan. Cook's over 129 off 149 balls. Now, I'll tell you what, we are in a much stronger position, 160 runs more heavy than we were when we got out. So that gives me a bit more security. And with Johnny Bairstow scored 150 last match, who knows what can happen. Really good stuff. Now, we're going to stop it at every wicket now and every 10 overs, because it felt like it went a bit too quickly over our control. Milan's gone for 84 and Bairstow's got 30. This looks like a bit of a batting pitch. Bairstow's gone for 61. I don't mind, that's okay. Ali, poor, and Broad has gone. Has he gone? No, it's just got been 10 overs. So at the moment, we are 369 for 8, which actually is not too bad, you know. We've got 15 overs to go today. If we can survive those 15 overs, it puts us in good stead, I believe. And that's a very nice hit from Craig Overton. That should go to the boundary and give us 4 more runs, which puts Overton on 30 from 56, which means he's got over a 50 strike rate, which is really good. Using a bit of a loft on the ball there, it gives it a bit of speed, and it goes straight out to the boundary. Very nice stuff. We'll watch this over, in fact, and then we'll skip to the end of the day. Give you guys a bit more footage at the end of the episode. So here comes Mitchell Stark in again for Overton. And he hits it again. Ooh, that was close. If that would have gone as an edge, it had gone straight to the slip and it would have been out. Here comes another ball though. I think Overton wants to keep himself on a strike over, I was going to say Chris Broad there, but Stuart Broad, of course, Chris being his dad. Overton having a nice shot again. That's not going to be a run. He's been quite conservative, which I quite like. There is no need for any stupid tactics at this point of the game. Really, what we would love is a solid 500. But if we can get to 400 without a wicket, that would be very pleasurable. Another nice hit, but it's going to go straight to the fielder, which is fair enough. Try and skip that. We don't want to see any animations between the shots. Thank you very much. But here comes Mitchell Stark here again for the 5th delivery of the over. 4 scored off the over so far. Here he comes then into Overton. Another nice shot. It's quite defensive actually. And if that had hit the pad, it could have been quite close to out. Last ball of the over though. Will Overton go for an odd number of runs when he's back on strike? Let's have a look. Stark runs up again. Up to the hockey. It's not the hockey, I know. Nice hit. Very nice hit. I think they're going to go for 2 here. They are going to go for 2. And the fielder picks it up. And that's going to be more 2 raw runs. And that puts Stuart Broad on strike for the next over. Interesting stuff. Then let's skip 10 overs, shall we? Oh, I don't want to watch any over without Nathan Lyon. That just makes me frightened. Right. 5 overs. And Broad is out first ball. Typical, typical, typical. He's been bowled by Nathan Lyon on that ball that we were supposed to not watch there. And will Lyon get his 4th wicket in the hands of Jimmy Anderson? That's a nice hit, that is actually. If Anderson can defend for the rest of this over, then maybe Overton could get us up to 400. It's a bit unrealistic maybe to ask, but it's certainly a potential. Comes in again, does Nathan Lyon, and that's a nice hit. Oh, did that bounce? I think it did in the end. Yes, it did. Okay, let's skip to the end of the over. I don't want to watch this over anymore. Let's keep going. Yeah, balls in terms of that. Oh, Anderson scored 1, I think, on that last ball. Meaning that Anderson's back on strike again. It looked like, actually, though... how were we 3-7-8? We were 3-7-5, weren't we? That's odd. Perhaps odd, well, I don't know. Anyway, that's a poor ball from Cummins. It just goes straight past Anderson. And I don't blame him, to be fair. But what we will do, actually, now is just stop at the last wicket. Because we could be watching this all day. But we'll stop at the wicket. They've scored really well, in fact. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go back. Oh, no way! That's gutting. Have you just seen that? Because I have. Overton out for 99. That's gutting. Overton out, 99 off 155 balls. That is gutting for Craig Overton. Jimmy Anderson getting a respectable 21. And 463, you know, is a very, very respectable score. And a good first innings. It would be hard, you know, for Australia to beat that, I think. But that's interesting. We're in the slips, but we're also not going to watch any of this. We will skip and find each wicket and each session. And Warner's gone for 11. That's nice. We can stop him. But these two have seemed to have got a good partnership at the end of the first session. Khawaja's gone. Smith's gone early, which is good. And Bancroft's gone for the century. That's a good century from Bancroft. But he can get some of these batsmen out cheaply. Marsh, Payne and Hanscliffe all gone in quick succession, as well as Stark. And Cummins. And here we go. This is fantastic for us, you know. Wow. We have bowled tremendously in this innings. And Hazelwood and Lyon are the last batsman in. And we could have about 150 worth of lead coming into that last innings. And I think the innings of Overton there has really helped out. Okay, it's going to be another 4, whatever. But we'll skip until we get to the next wicket. And wow, that is fantastic for us there. 271 for 9. Hopefully, though, they don't get too many more. And they don't get too many more. They don't get any more, in fact. 271 all out for Australia. And this is a very crucial innings for us. We lead by 192. And where are we in this stage of the game? It's 4:15 PM on day 2. So we've got plenty of time. Can we build up a 500 lead or maybe even a 600 lead? We'll stop at the next wicket. And this is a good partnership. This is a good partnership to start us off. 70 for no wicket. This is good. I am happy to see this. This is brilliant. 70 for no wicket. I'm sure we lead by a bit more than 192 now. We lead by 262. So, wow. This is going really well. Unless we have the typical England collapse, I would back us quite well to win this game. But that's going to be all about next episode, isn't it, folks? So, hey, what do you think will happen? Leave it down in the comments as a prediction. What will happen in the next episode? Let me know. Anyway, I've been TIJ. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday for the finale and the judgment, if you like, of this test match. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Goodbye.